I'm the director of episode 8.
Oh, episode 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can say episode 8, yeah.
Okay, episode 8.
I'm also the executive producer. One of the executive producers. It's different from season 2 in that we have more of our characters together in scenes together. And we are going back to that sort of really fast storytelling we had in the first season with a lot more revelations at the end of every episode. Well, the difference right there between season 2 and season 3. Season 2, we had about a week to get ready for. I mean, we literally finished season 1. I took off 6 days and we were back. You know, it felt like that. Between season 2 and 3, we had a couple of months to evaluate where we were going and get the whole arc of the stories together, decide what it is we liked that we were doing, what it is that we didn't like that we were doing. So it was actually more the way we planned the first season, in the sense of we have time to think about this. What I think is interesting about season 2 is how we gained momentum. We started out really strong, I felt, with the first 2 episodes. Then we gained momentum about episode 5 on. I really liked what we did. And I thought episode 9 was awesome, and I thought we ended really well, but it was just, we were running so fast. It was hard to keep our feet under us. You will see heroes become corrupted. You'll see heroes join together that you never thought would join together, to work together and also to go against each other. And you'll also be seeing heroes that have powers and because of events don't have power. So all those variations will take place, and you'll all of a sudden see Claire with a partner that you never thought, HRG with a partner you never thought, Siler with someone that you never thought, Suresh with a, well, Suresh, what happens to him? I can't talk about it. You're going to see every possible variation of heroes and villains. You can see individual villains, villains as a group, and villains all under the control of a new arch villain. We're focusing more on the original cast, and characters that you never suspected are coming back. Exactly, The one thing I wish we could bring back Charlie from Texas, and the coffee shop girl. That was wonderful in the first season, where she was so wonderful in those scenes. We actually then devoted, remember we did an episode 6 months ago where we devoted time to how everything happened and how you got there. We're doing an episode 8, which is basically the scenes that you did not see for the pilot, for 6 months ago, and for another episode. So you sort of filling in the blanks. So if you're a real fan, you could actually checkerboard them like The Godfather 1 and 2 and see and move the scenes around and get a linear story. You absolutely hit on the most difficult aspect to making this show. Most shows, even serialized shows, but most shows are not serialized as much as we are. So you have an A story and a B story. And they kind of move along, and which scenes are more important than others and how much time it takes to shoot the scenes. Our show is like 4 or 5 A stories, which means everything is so detailed, every moment is so packed with information. The challenge as a director is to make sure you get all that information with the intensity necessary for an A story. So an A story might have 6 beats, and every character in every story has its own personality. So it's like you're shooting 4 or 5 shows at once. Now, I've been here since the beginning, so you're going from a scary story to a serious story to a humorous story. So each storyline has not only a different look, a different set of players, a different tone. Now this will be like my 8th one that I've directed, so I know, and I've seen everyone in the editing room, and I'm here from the beginning, so I know the flow of it. But when we get our new directors in, we really spend a lot of time having meetings and toning and talking about what to watch for in this set of characters and what the nuance is here, what the nuance is there. And our directors of photography use different filter packs and different lighting and different lenses and stuff, with the help, obviously, working with the directors, to make each story have a unique feel. It's really fun because, did you know that Hero and Claire have never had a scene together? I mean, there's people who have never had scenes together. And there are people on the show who are really good friends off the set, like Kristen and Zach. And now they have a storylines together. And so you get wonderful chemistry. It really keeps it fresh. And in the season opener, it kind of, we really did a wham bam, ton of story, ton of action episode. I mean, that thing is as tight as a drum. I mean, the reaction at Comic-Con said it all. I mean, they were cheering the whole time. So I was really happy with the way that came out. And that's just the first hour. When you get to episode 2, it tops episode 1. So that's all because there's an energy to it, and we like to do different genres within the same show. You know, it's not just sci-fi. Sometimes, in the first one, it becomes a horror movie. You know, it varies. It really does. You know, I actually have, within each episode, scenes I look forward to more than others. You know, some scenes where there's a lot of action and complexity to them, I know it's going to take a long time, and we've got to fling people across the room with wires and all that, and that becomes, it's not drudge work, but it's like, okay, we got to do this shot this way, and you got to hit the wall here and do that. I kind of like scenes that flow more and have more psychology in them, but that's just my personality. You know, when you get into it, I get just as excited over one scene as another, you know. But sometimes I'll do a scene and I'll basically be doing an homage to an old movie and staging it because it reminds me of a scene in another movie. I like doing that too. I've done that a lot to the season. But like for instance, there is a sequence in the season opener that, here's the movies I researched for it. Halloween 1, Alien, The Spiral Staircase, Sorry Wrong Number, Wait Until Dark. So you can imagine what's going to happen in that scene.
Heroes, Mondays on NBC.